A powerful story about friendship, change, and finding your way forward is taking center stage right here in the Bay, and it's getting rave reviews. Joining us now is Jeffrey Lowe, Director of Primary Trust at TheatreWorks Silicon Valley, here to give us a closer look at this Pulitzer Prize-winning production and why audiences won't want to miss it before it closes this weekend. Jeffrey, thanks for being here at Live in the Bay.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, tell me the overall view of what this production is all about.
Yeah, so Primary Trust is a play about a man named Kenneth, who is in his late 30s, and he's been through some struggles in his life growing up. And in order to create some stability and some comfort and be able to lead a successful life, he's created some very rigid structures for himself. So he's worked at the same bookstore for over 20 years. He works at the bookstore. He goes to the same restaurant, Wally's, every night. And then he goes home to his apartment, rinse and repeat, and he does the same thing.
Wow.
And then when we meet him in the play, we start the story where the bookstore is about to close. And this, the pattern that he's created for himself over the next 20 years, or the past 20 years, is, has been shaken. And he has to find a new job. He has to find new things. And he has to find the bravery and the courage to move forward and create something new for himself despite what he's been through in his past.
Yeah, I can already see how this is going to resonate with everyone. As you're speaking, like, we've all been in that place, right? It's a little scary, a little nerve-wracking, but then it all hopefully works out. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I want to touch on the cast. You know, tell me about who plays Robert.
Oh, so the role is Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Yeah, no worries. The role of Kenneth is played by an amazing performer named William Thomas Hodgson, who is a stalwart of the Bay Area theater. He was just at the Oakland Theater Project playing Martin Luther King Jr. in their production of The Mountaintop, and also a regular of the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. And he's been in a number of TheatreWorks productions: Miss Bennett, Georgiana and Kitty, Mrs. Christie. So someone that we really, really love. We also have Rolanda D. Bell, who's been getting rave reviews for her performance where she plays Corinna, the friend that Kenneth makes, but also plays 31 characters, which everyone is so impressed by.
Wow.
The way she's able to do that and the stamina that it takes.
Absolutely incredible. The play overall is also getting rave reviews. You know, what does that mean to you to have put something together that is just so well received?
It's really meant a lot. I think for myself and the cast and the whole artistic team, the show, because of its subject matter and how warm it is and how it's about community and it's about healing. And I think for us, we felt that as we were putting the production together, and it meant a lot to us. And to be able to share something that was so powerful for us and have it resonate with audiences has really meant a lot. It has meant that the work that we've done is really extending out to the community that we hoped it would.
Yeah, what's the biggest message that you hope everyone who comes to see this really sits with and kind of takes away?
I think the biggest message is that we are enough. Right? Each of us individuals are enough, and we can be strong enough to do what we need to do. And also we have community, and we should either reach out as a community member or be able to accept the help from our community as we need it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. All right, you are in your final couple days of a run. You're going through Sunday. You know, what do you really hope that, like, I don't know. I know it's not the same every single night. No. Something's a little bit different, but as you're kind of closing this out, you know, what do you hope to kind of leave with for you and for the cast?
Yeah, I think that what's really special about this show is that once it's wrapping up, once we get to the final parts of it, you feel like this collective exhale from the audience, and you feel like they've all shared this collective experience. And I hope this sounds really like artistic and metaphorical, but I hope that we as a team, as we take that final bow, we take that final monologue at the end of the play on Sunday, we could have sort of that exhale for ourselves, where we got to accomplish this beautiful thing, and we got to hopefully uplift a lot of people in our audiences over the past month.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit in the break, and you said this is maybe your 60th play that you've done. That is just remarkable. You know, how have you seen yourself grow as a director from when you first started to now?
I think that one thing that I really appreciate is that I think that I'm much more comfortable and confident in having those conversations with all of those actors. I think that when I first started working professionally, there was a lot of that, you know, we're all like doubting ourselves, like, oh, am I supposed to be the one talking to you? Am I supposed to be the one that's directing you? But now there's a comfort there, and we're able to really collaborate with one another, and I feel like, what I have to share and what our actors and our writer Ebony Booth has to share with our audiences, I feel really good about that. So that's been great.
Okay, well, congratulations. I mean, that is quite an accomplishment to be that many productions under your belt. Remind everyone where they can come to see this and how can they get tickets?
Yeah, so we are at TheatreWorks Silicon Valley. We're performing at the Lucy Stern Theater in Palo Alto. The play is Primary Trust by Ebony Booth, and you can get tickets online at www.theatreworks.org.
And if anyone is thinking about maybe coming out, what is something you can leave them with to make sure that they absolutely get out of their seat and come and join you guys?
It's a play that, people are laughing and they're just like, jumping out of their seats after the performances. And it's one that, you go on this journey of laughter, then learning about a person, and then you have this moment of it's really emotional, but you see a lot of healing happen. So I think that we all sort of need this in our lives right now.
We absolutely do. Well, thank you so much for joining us to share all about it. We really appreciate you.